What is up everyone, it's Nary here, back at it again. Well, not back at it again, it's my first video, so anyways, I'm here, and today I'm going to be explaining some not Dark Lord lore. Basically I'm just going to be explaining the Solemn and the Forbidden lore, about the maiden and all that. Yeah, so let's just get straight into it. So first, we have a god. In this universe there's a god. He's that god in all of the Solemn counter cards, and he's a god, and he's very powerful, and he's a guy that sends people to heaven and sometimes banishes them to hell. And pretty much he lets everyone stay in heaven unless they do something too bad, like using the god's forbidden objects. Now that, and he gives that solemn warning to his followers, I guess. Yeah. And our story starts off, like our main story starts off, when a foolish maiden decides to not listen to that warning and decide to touch the forbidden objects. So she first tries on the forbidden dress, then she tries to use the forbidden lance, and lastly she drinks up the forbidden chalice. And obviously the god found out, and luckily the god had some mercy, so the god gave the maiden a solemn scolding, and he let the maiden stay. He didn't kick her out completely. Obviously he did keep watch, since you can't really trust a person who's trying to rob your stuff and break the rules. So he decided to stalk her, kind of, and the maiden, she's foolish, and she actually decided to lay her hands on the solemn scripture. And it's like that scripture where it has everything about the gods, how to defeat a god, how to become a god or something. There's just a crap ton of information in there. And obviously, since the god was stalking her, the god found out. You guys could see here the god looking here, and yeah, so the god got mad, and he gives the maiden a solemn judgment. And after the solemn judgment, he decides to give her a solemn strike. Now, after the solemn strike, the maiden, goes to hell, basically. And she turns into the condemned maiden. Now, as you guys can see, her heavenly features have slowly disappeared. Her clothing is all ragged. She grew black wings, she's growing horns. White feathers turning into black, slowly turning evil. And after this process was complete, she became the condemned witch. Basically, like full transformation, demon wing, not demon wings, demon horns, wings, pale skin and all that. And now, condemned witch was just staying there. And one day, a Dark Lord came up to take her up to the Dark Lords. To be more exact, he's Dark Lord Asmodeus. He came to her and told her, hey, let's go to the Dark Lord family. And she accepted. So she took the condemned witch to the Dark Lords. And the Dark Lords, for some background information, are ex-fairies basically. They were kicked out of heaven because they did something rebellious. They were thought to be rebellious. They lied, they tricked. They did something bad, I guess. And so, yeah, she just joined the family there. And one of the Dark Lords, she actually thought that, hey, I have an idea. I think we might be able to defeat God with this tactic. So the Dark Lords opened a portal to heaven. I'm just curious why they wouldn't do it. Like, if they could open a door to heaven, why wouldn't they just go? I'm confused. Whatever. It's a story. Yes. So they go up to the heaven and fight. Right? They fight with the god. Now, there are many Dark Lords, and they try to fight with the Creator. So, basically, they can't win. They keep attacking, but the god defeats them all. Now, obviously, it wasn't the plan to defeat the god by themselves. The Dark Lords weakened the god just enough so that the condemned witch could beat him. So, when the god was exhausted from fighting, the condemned witch was right next to where he fell. And you know, she was like, she put all the hatred, all, you know, everything she had for the god inside this this like lightning bolts, and she performed the witch's strike on the god. Now after this, the god basically he lost. Yeah, the god lost. You know, he was so damaged, and but he was a god, right? But you know, they thought he was dead or something. I don't know. He was really seriously injured by this, and since he was, you know, all done. And after this, the condemned witch went up to the not the Dark Lord. The condemned witch went up to the god and took his power. A shining bright light appeared, and the condemned witch became the condemned Dark Lord, with both the power of the gods and the power of the Dark Lords. So yeah, that's it for the lore. Very short video. I just wanted to, you know, make it short for watch time, whatever. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. Hope you liked it. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Yeah, bye.